WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. This isn't rare, but this is new. Bushmills 14-year Malaga Cask Finish. Yay. Now, Bushmills usually has their original, they have their Black Bush, they have their 10-year-old, they have their 16-year-old, they have their 21-year-old, and officially the 25 and the 30 belong to the core range as well. A little bit out of my price range, but now we've actually added the 14-year-old. So the 14-year-old is our Malaga finish. The 16-year-old, which I'm going to compare this with, is going to be our port finish. As you may have seen before on my YouTube channel, I love the 16-year-old. Now, this actually got me into whiskey more or less. So about 10 years ago, I was visiting Bushmills. It better been 9 now, years ago. I was at Bushmills at the distillery. I was at Giant's Causeway, decided to stop at the distillery, one of my first distilleries I've ever visited in my life, if not the first. And I had a little bit of a revelation, and I was like, oh, this is great. Went home, bought a bottle of the 16-year-old Bushmills for 38 euros. This is, as I said, 9 years ago. About 6 years ago, maybe 5, the price shot up to about 100 euros. Why? Because they had a problem with supplying. All right, supply and demand. So there were no more bottles. People still wanted to buy it. Price went up. Now we're at 72 euros. Here we're at 57 euros. Whiskey base number 251324 just hit the markets over here in Europe first middle of April. So I'm fairly good with this. At least 12 years. All right, so the wording is great in the press release. At least 12 years in first and second fill bourbon casks, and up to, not over, but up to 12 months in a Malaga cask finish. Now, Alex Thomas, she's the new master blender at Bushmills, and she's doing an excellent job. She has broken with tradition. Every other product at Bushmills is a combination of of ex-bourbon and ex-sherry casks. Boom. And then you put the Madeira finish on top of it. You put the port finish on top of it. You put whatever else you want on it. The sherry finish on top of it. This has no sherry. They have broken with tradition. No sherry. Only bourbon, only Malaga. And the very interesting thing, according to the press release as well, is that they actually use Muscat of Alexandria grapes for this Malaga. Malaga is actually a sweet wine from Spain. It's a liqueur wine. And what they do is they actually have casks that have been used for about 4 to 5 years. They empty the casks, and then within 3 days they send them to North Ireland to be filled at the old Bushmill distillery. That, I think, is amazing. So I have no sulfur whatsoever. What people love to do in the wine industry is you empty a wine cask, you put a sulfur candle in there, the wood absorbs it, the next liquor, especially the whiskey, absorbs it, and it really doesn't make my day. They did not do that. They have very fresh, very clean, very fruity Malaga casks. So on the nose, I'm actually getting here mandarin. I'm getting mango, pineapple, apricot, honey, wood, and a little bit of spice. This is very, very nice. Now, this is my go-to Bushmills. I love the 16-year-old. And when I go over here and nose this instead of that, it's weak. It's feeble. It's almost thin. This is very, very well done. Almost for me, there will be people out there that go too much cask influence. In this case, I don't think so. I think they dialed it up all the way. If that zero's nothing and 10, they're at a 9. All right. So it's just almost where it could almost have the tipping point, but it's exactly where I like it and want it. This is so good. Now, this is both of these are 40%. We whiskey connoisseurs, we whiskey geeks and nerds want 46%. We want non-chilled filtered. We want natural color. So this bottle says mit Zuckercouleur. So it has artificial coloring in it. This does not say it. The website Whiskey.de says that it does have whiskey coloring in there, so caramel coloring, but on the bottle there's no mention of it. Now, the target group is not the geeks and the nerds. That's the Causeways collection. They're 46% more, sometimes cask strength above 50%. That's for us nerds, geeks. These are the core range product. And therefore, they are going for the person that does not buy a bottle a month, but rather a bottle a year. Maybe 2 max. And therefore, 40% is for them high enough. It's a bare legal minimum, and that's what that occasional drinker likes. Not 50%, not 55%, not even 46%. Many, many beginners in the whiskey world are overwhelmed with the 40% ABV, and Bushmills understands that, and so they actually put their core range at 40%, which I do not fault them for, since they now have the Causeways collection. Before they had the Causeways collections, I kept on hammering on, we need something, we need something, we need something. And Alex Thompson delivered. So maybe even her predecessor, Helen Mulholland, she started that off, and beautiful, beautiful things. All right, let's try the two of these. 40%, it drinks like it's more. Cheers. Mm. Mm. And what I love about this whiskey, wham, the aftertaste. There's actually like a turbocharger that adds more flavor when you suck in some air, some oxygen. It's just mouth filling. It drinks like it's a 43, it drinks like it's 46% whiskey. There's a tiny little bit of pepper in there. There's a little bit of a wood spice going on in there. And there's this massive amount of fruitiness, the apricots, the tangerines, the tiny little bit of pineapple. Um, One person actually wrote marzipan. Marzipan. Marzipan is just sugar and almonds. I don't get that marzipan, but I get honey. This is this is going to be a B minus B whiskey for me. I don't give out B's lightly. I really, really, really enjoy this. And it starts off good, it continues, and then it just goes up. I would say about 1 in 10 of the whiskeys I try here on my channel do that, where there's like, oh, it's good, and it gets better. So, and about 2 or 5 go actually down, where it's okay, and then and then the most are just all right. But this actually gets that kick at the end where I have to give it bonus points. All right, so B minus on a good day, even a B whiskey. This is fabulous. 57 euros. The recommended retail price is 55 for us in Germany. Celtic Whiskey Shop sells it at the moment for 70 in Ireland. That's a lot more. Um, hmm, 55 euros. It's a C plus. 14-year-old age statement. Beautiful, beautiful texture on the mouth. Wonderful long finish. It's not going to be a 20-minute finish, but it's a 2-3 minute finish here at least, where I just go wow. And it's a new core range, which means it's going to be available globally, if I understood it correctly. Give them time to roll it out. Yeah. What else do you want? Well, Jason, I want the 16-year-old. I want the sherry and the bourbon and the port finish. Let's do a direct comparison. This was one of my gateway whiskeys in my life, all right? I love the 16-year-old, and yet wait. It's so much thinner. I love the finish of the 16-year-old. That port, that sherry, a little bit of wood just kicks in and just great. This has a better mouthfeel than this. I hope Alex Thompson tried to do the minimal amount of chill filtration possible to have it not get cloudy with 40%, but give us the most flavor, which I think she's done. This is fabulous. This is still very, very good, but this is better. So would I go out and pay 15 euros more for the 16-year-old port, or would I buy the Bushmills 14 Malaga? I think I'd buy the Malaga before I'd buy another 16-year-old port. And that's my epiphany. That's my revelation. This is my gateway, one of my gateway whiskeys overall. That's how much I like it. Well done. Well done, Bushmills. I must admit, I am very pleasantly surprised. I was not expecting anything. I opened it up and I went, whoa. I tried a little sip, went, wow. And even in my video today, it has not disappointed at all. It's a very lovely, very, very well-made whiskey. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing. What is your favorite Bushmill product? The best value for money, I can still get this for 24 euros. The 10-year-old Bushmills. 24 euros. I can get 2 of these for 1 of these. I can get 3 of these for 1 of these. All right, almost. That's just amazing. That just blows my mind. Bushmills 10-year-old in the last 10 years or 15 years has actually gone down in price in Germany by €1. It's just crazy. All right, so Bushmills, if you're listening, don't raise the price. All right, keep that as the entry-level product and keep on providing us with great Causeway collections and great products like the 14-year-old Malaga. Thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing. Don't forget to put down your favorite Bushmills product down below. Bye-bye.